What is going on, guys? Welcome back to E8 Football. I'm your boy Ethan, and today we are going to be reviewing the absolute, I'm not going to call it a disaster class, but a really good attempt of Barcelona to throw away La Liga in this thriller of a match against Celta Vigo. And this match was just an example on how not to defend against teams you should be beating, and Barcelona made it so hard for themselves again to win this game. And I'm starting to have some question marks over that defense because, my goodness, they were making some incredible mistakes today, and it looked more shaky than an earthquake. It was so crazy today. And let me just say this right now. It was so bad, this defense today. If it wasn't for Barcelona's front line pretty much carrying the entire match and that midfield doing its best, we would have lost this game. And that's saying a lot because they subbed out their best striker halfway throughout the game. And if they didn't sub him out, I feel like they would have had more chances as well. I don't know what the Celta Vigo coach was thinking there, but back-to-back games where we have shown that our defense is a little bit leaky in terms of getting their stuff together, making sure that none of the people get through, trying to catch people off sides. I love that they're doing that, but it's just been really shaky. Giving two strikers hat tricks in 2 games in a row is not the best kind of way to go by your usual games. And it was not looking good from Barcelona. And that first half, my gosh, dude, that first half was so bad. Oh, gosh. I think that overall stats, we gave them 5 big chances to score, and they really should have won this game. But since our front line is that good, they did manage to take it. Raphinha once again, man. Like, this guy is so good, bro. Raphinha should win the Ballon d'Or. He really should win the Ballon d'Or. And he's just showing that he has just been so incredible. And this is the Raphinha I've been hoping for after coming back from the international break. Making assists, doing runs, playing so good, scoring, just incredible. And if it wasn't for him, Lamine Yamal and Ferran Torres doing their work up in the front, then we would have lost this game. And questions once again over Robert Lewandowski, and I really hope he's not hurt with like a hamstring injury or something really important, because he is our main striker. But I feel as if, even though he got hurt, I feel like Ferran could take the ropes over for a little bit and step into his role really well, because Ferran, El Tiburon, he's been absolutely incredible recently. And that goal-scoring run just keeps going for him. I think he's over 10 goals right now, and he's been incredible recently. So if Lewandowski gets hurt, which probably looks like the most likely scenario, Ferran can do a pretty good job of replacing him. I can't believe I'm saying that. Oh, God, I can't believe I'm saying Ferran Torres is replacing Lewandowski right now. Mind blown. That's what Hansi Flick does, man. But that defense looking so bad. And Szczesny, I knew he was going to have a bad game, and you just could have seen it coming like a mile away that he was going to have a crazy mistake full of errors and stuff. I know his unbeaten record with games is done now, but you just don't see these mistakes with Ter Stegen in goal, man. And I know both keepers have had really rough patches recently. I mean, Ter Stegen's made mistakes, but so has Szczesny. But I feel like Ter Stegen, has more security in that goal compared to Szczesny. And Yes, I know Ter Stegen costed us against Monaco and a bunch of other La Liga teams, but the type of errors I've been seeing from Szczesny are just... How many penalties is this guy giving away trying to get out of the box? How many times has... This save today was absolutely disgusting, but again, with Ter Stegen, you just don't see the quality of errors, or as much errors. So I'm really looking forward to Ter Stegen coming back, taking over that role for Szczesny. He did a great job whilst Ter Stegen was gone, but it's just Ter Stegen, is it? It just has to be Ter Stegen. The midfields, I mean, De Jong didn't have a great game today. I'm going to be honest, made a big mistake. Pedri and Ferran were pretty good today. They managed to keep the ball up and give it outlet passes to the front line in order to cross the ball in and score, which I think was our best chance of scoring because this Celta Vigo team loved to back it up and park that bus, dude. I wouldn't call it parking the bus, though. I'd call it a low block with a counter-attacking alternative. And we always struggle with teams that go low block, and that's why I'm scared for the game we have against Inter in the Champions League. Because when we play low blocks, we make it so hard on ourselves, and it just ends up in a disaster afterwards. So low blocks, not fun. They definitely showed us today that it's just a weakness that Barcelona have breaking down. Inter are definitely going to do this, but I feel like Inter also give away good chances to teams that have decent attacks, so I think we can only capitalize on those things. In terms of the Real Madrid match, the defense is going to struggle against a really fast Mbappe, and pretty much that's it. I mean, I don't even know if Mbappe is going to be fit for this match because he got injured against Arsenal in the Champions League. I don't see Vinicius giving us any problems because Vinicius has not been the best player recently, and neither has Rodrigo. Only problems I see are Bellingham and Mbappe, but I feel like our attack has more attack than theirs and will easily get past Real Madrid. But our midfield today, decent. Aside from De Jong, pretty good. Dani Olmo, once again, showing why he's just a perfect signing for us that we needed in this midfield, in this front line. Just doing all the work, man. We really miss this guy, and I feel like he's going to be a huge factor for us if he plays against Real Madrid, when he plays against Real Madrid. So let's get to the player ratings then. Wojciech Szczesny, 4. Bad game. Made a terrible mistake. All his timing on the challenges were not good, and he just had a very poor showing today. And I mean, some of the goals were unstoppable, but that first mistake, dude, like, come on. These are simple goalkeeping mistakes, and I feel like you just got to be better in those scenarios, man. Timing was terrible. 4 for him today, not a great match. Koundé, also a terrible match today. I know he's been linked with other moves to Premier League clubs. You're not getting him Premier League. I'm sorry, but nope. But he didn't have a good game today. His attacking, he couldn't barely attack because his defense was... He was struggling on defense today, and you could see it a while away. I'll give him a 5.5. I'd say he was one of the best from the back today, but it wasn't good. I mean... You could see he struggled. You could see he was a little tired today. 5.5 for Koundé. Kubarsi struggled badly as well. Fouled way too much, and to be honest, he just was not very great today. He got substituted out later throughout the match, and poor showing today from Kubarsi. Much better than many of the other defenders out we had today. But it's a 5. For him. The defense just did not look great today. And this is where, and now we get to Inigo Martinez, and this is where we get to people that should be playing better, but experienced people that should be playing better. That freak up between him and De Jong was absolutely disgusting, and that third goal was also on him. 3 today for Inigo Martinez. It was really, really bad. I haven't seen him play this badly in any game since, and you just got to see he's tired. And some people can have games that are this bad, but God, it was a pain to watch him play today. And the second and third goal were his fault. Literally, they were his fault. It's a 3 today, and he was nowhere near the Inigo we've been seeing in past days. Gerard Martin, and look, I'm just not convinced with Gerard Martin and his development right now, and Balde is so much better than this guy, and he is nowhere near the levels of Balde right now, or near the levels of Barça right now. Like, the way he moves up, and his pass is terrible, his defense wasn't even better either, and every time he went up, you knew the ball was not going to go to where you expected it to go because his passing is not that good at all. And at the 4, he's just not at Barca level. And I really do think we need to shop for a left back this summer because it's not been great with Gerard Martin in that position because, gosh, it's just not been good. And Balde is pretty much our only standing left back that offers somewhat of really close Barcelona level. Poor for Martin. 4. Terrible. We go on to Pedri, and 6 today for Pedri. He was decent today. He was pretty good. I thought he was one of our best midfielders, and but he did struggle today. I'm not going to blame him because he looks tired because, gosh, we've been starting our players way too much recently, but I'm not going to blame him. It's a 6 for me. I might actually go 6.5, but yeah, 6.5, and he was pretty good today. Frankie de Jong. Now, I'm going to go with a 5.8. Inigo was at fault for the goal. I don't think it's actually his fault, but he barely lost the ball whenever he played. I guess the second goal for Iglesias was, you could say, partially his fault, but I'm going to go 5.5. It wasn't convincing from him today, but he did at least try to hold the ball up whenever he had the ball. So 5.5. Fermin, 6. You could see the difference whenever Olmo came on, and it was pretty distinct, the difference, because Dani Olmo is just so much better than Fermin, but it was a good game for Fermin. I really don't want this guy being sold because he's actually genuinely a really good talent that we have, and he plays very well. And if this guy was to go to some other club, we wouldn't have anyone else in that midfield. So Fermin can get a 6. Better than De Jong today, but again, it wasn't as good as a performance as possible. Ferran Torres. What else can I say? It's a 6.5. It's a 6.8, maybe even a 7. 7 today for Ferran Torres, and El Tiburon continues to bite, man. He's just so good in terms of scoring and giving opportunities because he's just incredible. Hansi Flick has transformed this guy. I mean, he is scoring goals and doing all this stuff at the level he was for Manchester City, and it was just so good. So it's a 7 out of 10 for Ferran today. So good again. And I like I said before, if Lewandowski leaves or when he leaves or he gets hurt, I feel like Ferran can do a good job stepping in. So it's a 7 for me today. It's been incredible in terms of form. Robert Lewandowski, 5.5. He struggled today, and he got hurt as well, but he struggled. And he had big chances today to score, and he looked out of the game, disconnected from the front 3 today. It's a 5.5. I don't know what else to say. I mean, he did get hurt, but lost the ball way too much in that front forward position, and you can see the difference between him and Ferran Torres right now. So 5.5. Raphinha, 8.5. Man of the match. Just incredible. 2 goals. I think he had 2 assists. This is the Raphinha I wanted to see. And he is once again showing that he should be in contention to win the Ballon d'Or. And he's just been so good for us. And it's an 8.5. Good job, Raphinha. We move on to Lamine Yamal. 8. He's just so good. A wonder boy strikes again. He found Raphinha for the equalizer and looked absolutely dynamic on his side. It's an 8 for him. Dani Olmo, 7.5. Got the penalty and genuinely sparked a Barcelona attack that looked a little flaccid near the front, but absolutely sparked that Barca attack. So it's a 7.5. Gavi, I'll give him a 6. I think he did pretty well to get that midfield going after Lewandowski dropped a stinker, so it's 6. Garcia, I didn't see him for much, but it was a 6 because Barca was not playing well, so it's a 6. And Pau Victor, 6 as well. I didn't see him play very much. Hansi Flick, 6.5. That defense looks very shaky today, and I'm thinking maybe you could have rested Kubarsi for Eric Garcia or something like that. Maybe make a few subs in there, put in Araujo, even though I don't like Araujo, for some breaks. But 6.5 for me today. Just happy we got the win, and it was a much-needed win because we are 7 points ahead of that Madrid club, and this is exactly the win we need to go into a match against Real Madrid for. So I'm happy we got the win. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.